All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt. This is Not That Matterhorn. Matt's off the monorails. I've got two special guests with me, my Disney World fix, Erin, and Life with Roxana. I forget what her name is. Roxana, of course. Of course.
We went to school together.
I know we did.
Why am I in the middle of this fight? That's what I
don't
want to
know. All
right.
Do you want me to?
Roxy, I will duck, you punch.
See, I would give him.
There we go. Is that a little bit better?
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
See, Matt, I would give you a certain finger, but we're live.
We are live. Yes. There's a reason why I hit the button when I did. Hello, L.
You jerk.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight. I feel it. So, it's on my title card, my little thumbnail there. It's my must-dos, but we're also gonna talk to Roxy and Erin about their must-dos, and we're gonna go every theme park, maybe one about the resorts or Disney Springs. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Disneyland
and when he goes to talk about Disneyland, me and Rox are just sitting here like,
yeah,
show off.
Yeah. So, yeah. First of all, I am wearing my little Rainbow Pride T-shirt today because it is, I believe it's National Coming Out Day. So, in the support of everybody that's choosing to come out on this day, just know they have an ally right here. So, just want to put that out there, and my little rainbow magic band that I got for the summer.
So, does my magic band 10 count?
I guess so. Does it still work if you tap on the little tap style?
No.
Although I would say not this trip, but the previous trip that I made. I kept tapping my Apple Watch onto the tap style. And just like the look on each
it's not an Apple Watch, but it's the same general idea. It's a smartwatch. This doesn't work.
Right, it doesn't work.
This doesn't work, Matt.
And every customer is just like, oh, another one. Oh, another one. And so I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm also used to I wear my watch on my right, even though I'm right-handed, I wear it on my right arm. I'm a little bit weird like that. So it's just natural for me to do that, especially with just Apple Pay and just kind of switching between the two. Again, we're already off topic here.
It's not as bad as Jill yesterday. She went to find out what time it was and held up her magic band.
See, I mean, they feel like the same thing though. So I get it either way.
And Corey did that the week before, so.
So even like seasoned veterans are doing this. So there you go. If you've ever done it at Disney World, I think everybody who wears a watch in Imagineering, they've done either a combination of those. Although I haven't done the whole checking my time.
Which begs the question, Roxy, have you done that accidentally? Went to look at the time and accidentally looked at your magic band?
No.
Your time's coming.
Want to know why? Because I pull up my phone for that. I don't wear a watch.
Oh, she's one of the new age people that doesn't wear a watch. She uses her phone.
Yes.
I didn't wear a watch until I got an Apple Watch. And I think it's more convenient than pulling out my phone, because if I pull out my phone, then I'm going, okay, I have to check this. Whereas if I just have the watch on, it's okay, bam. I don't rely on my phone whatsoever. So
see, I want to get the Apple Watch. I want it more for the health stuff.
I wonder, like Amazon Prime Day is coming up soon.
This is my original watch right here. You know, one of these cheap $10 watches from Walmart.
I had one watch before that, and it was a watch that my grandmother gave me. It was an analog one. I wanted it digital, but I don't know.
Do the hands and seconds confuse you, Matt?
They don't confuse. No, they don't. But like, you had like the whole stopwatch thing. It had like all the bells and whistles, but you know what? Push comes to shove, you're using it for time. So anyway, we're getting really off topic. So
that's how a live stream goes.
It does. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So let's actually start with the Magic Kingdom. You know what? Every vacation, although for me, most vacations don't start with the Magic Kingdom for me. They usually start with Animal Kingdom, or this previous one was Hollywood Studios. Duh, because it was on my birthday. Like,
Okay, that officially makes him weird because he doesn't start at Magic Kingdom or Epcot.
well,
yeah.
no, I wanted to ride Rise of the Resistance on my birthday, and just the first day in the parks happened
It
to
doesn't
be
matter. You're still weird.
whatever. I still ended up doing 2 days at the Magic Kingdom. So
So for those of you watching and haven't caught on yet, I treat Matt like I pick on Matt like a little brother, even though he's probably older than me.
yeah, I am older than you.
So I pick on him like he's a big brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so Magic Kingdom. It's kind of hard to pick one must do at the Magic Kingdom, right? Like there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
Although like I kept toying back and forth between something or between a couple things. And my must do is not even operating right now. Can you take a guess?
People mover.
Probably the one that I was just about to say, the people mover.
The people mover. Yeah. I mean it's so
Now I got to
simple.
pick something else. Dang it, Matt.
I mean it's so simple, right? I'm trying to put this straight. Is this straight? No, it's not straight. Got a haircut, by the way. Like
Must be
really,
nice.
yeah. Like really cut.
I need a haircut too, y'all.
But like on a rainy day, like you can quickly hop on. Most of the time you can quickly hop on, depending on how the lines are. But
yeah.
and you could it's a nice 15-minute relaxing sit down, basically, around Tomorrowland. You go through Space Mountain, you get those little peeks into the attractions. I don't know, I always liked it. It was like something more like my parents like, you want to do the people mover? Really? Like there's nothing exciting about it. Like, but I want to do the people mover. It's fun. Like it's a train. I always like trains, so maybe that's also another reason why. I kept toying between that and getting a Dole Whip. I'm like, for me, I always have to get a Dole Whip no matter what Magic Kingdom style park I'm at, whether it's Disney World with Aloha Isle or the Tiki Juice Bar at Disneyland. It's something where it's not a day, it's not a visit until I end the day, or at least start the day with a Dole Whip.
There he goes. He's talking about Disneyland already.
I know. We're starting early here. So Roxy. Oh no, Aaron, go ahead. You're about to.
Let's see. If you've already chosen the People Mover, I'm going to go with my favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom, Splash. You got to do Splash. Although, okay, let me actually alter that, because I know it's not a single attraction, but it's a class of attraction. You got to do the mountains, the Mountain Trio.
Mm-hmm.
I will go with that. You got to do the Mountain Trio.
No, agreed. And they're different. You've got an indoor ride, which is good during all weather. You got Splash Mountain, which especially is good during the hot summer months, right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to dry off, Thunder Mountain's right next door. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Roxy.
Well, here's the thing. Magic Kingdom is mine and Aaron's favorite park, so we have a lot of the same favorites. I might repeat a lot of everything he says.
This is how I think we are.
Yeah. One of the first rides I have to do is Splash. Absolutely have to do Splash. Although it seems to be down a lot recently.
And we can blame Matt for that because he was here in July. He did it.
I did it? Okay. Blame me. So, hello, Monorail section leader. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, like I was trying to think of even like restaurants. Like there's something about Cosmic Rays with Sunny Eclipse, like going and getting your burger, just sitting down there, even though it's traditional burgers.
So I will be honest. I never sit in the room with Sunny when I eat because I like to sit over on the far side of the restaurant facing the castle and have a view of the castle while I'm eating.
And that's a good reason too. That's a place where you can just get a quick service meal and eat next to the castle.
That's my preferred view, is facing the castle.
If you're timing it right, and if there's fireworks, maybe watch the fireworks while you've done that.
Although I do like Sunny too. In fact, my viewers might know this, but my favorite song that he performs is Space Angels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it because we did eat at Cosmic Rays and we sat there for the whole entire.
Well, don't ask me to sing it because I ain't doing it.
Okay. All right. I think we saved a lot of viewers' ears here.
Hey, no, the sad part is that's not a joke because my singing voice sucks.
I mean,
Although
mine's
if you want to
what's-
hear me sing, just watch my live streams. You'll hear me sing randomly.
true. And honestly, when you're singing with a chorus of other people, it sounds beautiful, right? Yeah. Maybe. No?
Unless that chorus includes Matt.
Okay. Wow. I have a feeling this is going to be the tone of the whole. If I have a dog like
See, I'm not trying to be mean to him, y'all. I'm just roasting him like the big brother he is.
So,
Roxy, check
Alright.
messenger.
So, yeah. Oh, great.
so I know it's not open yet, and I'm impatiently waiting for it to be open again. But I do love Casey's.
Oh, I miss Casey's right now.
Yeah.
I would love a good Casey's hot dog.
Oh, Roxy, are you there?
Roxy
Yeah.
goes.
Sorry, I'm using my phone and while doing this at the same time.
Oh,
okay.
that's why.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna have
I'm
this
used
like
to this.
black screen here, but no,
She'll be back.
Casey's is an interesting place because it's the hot dog place. It's connected to the
Yeah.
Emporium, so you can just walk through the Emporium like
Yeah.
straight to. So I always thought that was a little bit weird, but
That makes me really grateful for the new bypass they're building because
Mhm.
now you won't
Yeah.
get that rush of people going through Casey's right after fireworks.
true.
Yeah.
You got the
Which will make-
bypasses on either side now, or hopefully maybe if they continue to do the other bypass because you never know. That might have been one of the things that got in the axe. You never know.
Oh, they finished the bypass.
Oh, they did
Or
that?
at least or at least they finished the end park portion that was behind the wall.
Right,
So.
and it probably wouldn't be too much to finish it off. And then we have a new person here, Mouse Ears and Magic Podcast. Hello there. So yeah, Casey's. They also do the first pitch, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They do at the beginning of every day. Pick somebody throughout the first pitch. Do they get to keep the ball? I would hope they got to keep the ball, or is it the same ball every time? I don't know. I've never done it, so
I don't know.
See, this is the problem with the pandemic mindset we're in now. All I could think about was like, that's unsanitary if they use the same ball every day.
same here. You know what? Same here. Like I
Whereas before I was like, who cares? Just wash
you know
your
what?
hands.
Bringing that up, like right before we went live, I actually went to grocery store actually up by you, Roxy,
Okay.
to do a pickup, and the person in the car next to me was wearing mask and gloves, and when he was done, he actually took hand sanitizer and used it on the gloves.
I see people do that all the time. I'm just like, okay, where's the logic behind that?
Right.
Just throw them away and get a new pair.
Exactly.
It's not like
Or better
gloves
yet,
are
don't use them at all and wash your hands like a normal person.
true.
I've seen people use gloves while driving.
It's your car.
Right. Right. No.
That's the same class of people that wear the mask while they're driving.
Although, you know, I have done that only because I haven't washed my. I don't want to touch my face if I haven't washed my hands. So if you see me wearing the mask while I'm driving, it's because I'm going from one place that required a mask to another place that required a mask. And a touch of it again. You don't want to touch your. That's the whole thing. Is touching your. I mean, I've washed my hands, so
That still makes you weird.
yeah, it does.
The only time I do it in my car is when I'm going through a drive-through and there's a sign saying
So say for me, the only time I do it in the car is drive-through or Disney toll booth when I'm checking into the parking lot. That's it.
Yeah.
Now on my Instagram, someone actually said the tiger tail. Are the tiger tails at Magic Kingdom or no?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Or maybe the tiger tails are at Disneyland. That could be it. That actually could be it.
There he goes again.
They're like the Cheshire
Read the
Cat
map.
tails, basically, but they're like tiger tails.
Roxy, you know where he works. You can hit him for us.
Yeah.
I will. Walking distance, man. Walking
Yeah, I
distance.
know it's walking distance. That scares me a little bit. So, but going on food though, is there anything at the Magic Kingdom like? For me, it'd obviously have to be the Dole Whip.
Yeah.
But for you guys, either one, yeah. Oh, the Tiger Tails at Animal Kingdom, according to Mouse Here's a Magic podcast.
Okay.
It's the same thing as a Cheshire Cat tail. It's probably different color frosting, but it's the same thing.
All right, so pineapple float.
Pineapple float. So Dole Whip with pineapple juice, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The pineapple juice makes all the difference, y'all.
Yeah,
Don't
I
get it
actually
without
did
the
have
pineapple
that.
juice.
I did actually have that at the Animal Kingdom with the rum, which just adds a little bit extra special, in my opinion. But one thing that I noticed that the pineapple float at the Animal Kingdom, I don't know why I'm holding a pencil at all, but the pineapple float at the Animal Kingdom is actually cheaper than one at the Pineapple in Lanai. It's like a couple dollars cheaper.
Yeah.
Just same exact thing, but a couple dollars cheaper. I don't know. That just that made me mad. But I don't know.
So real quickly, while we're on the topic of food and drink and drinking, you saw my text before we went
I
live.
did, yeah.
So how's it feel knowing that I had one of those before we went live?
It's explaining a lot, actually. I am just glad that you're not in the same room with me touching buttons.
Oh,
yes.
So you're gonna roast me too? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well, what have you been doing all night? Anyway, so Roxy, your food of choice at the Magic Kingdom. Go.
Magic Kingdom. So not a lot of people know this is there, but the cinnamon glazed almonds are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I've had them. They're good.
You know what? I've never tried. Like, why? That seems so simple though. Like, why the almonds? Like, is there something that they besides the pixie dust?
I used to make them.
Oh, that's right. Because
I'm a former cast member.
You're a former cast member. Do you feel comfortable? Can you share? Can you feel sure what you did?
Yes, I can because I wasn't in a world that requires me to be quiet, so I can share all I want. I did outdoor foods, which is a part of quick service, and I made all of the popcorn. I sold all of the Mickey bars and all that stuff, and I made
just don't drop them.
And I made the almonds. So
You didn't sneak a couple almonds for yourself, did you?
I did.
You did?
We were allowed to.
You were allowed. Okay, well, if you're allowed to, then that's fine. I'm surprised.
Just do yourself a favor, Matt. Don't drop the Mickey bars.
Oh, I bet there's a story behind that.
Yeah, there is. His dad dropped.
So, real quick, I'll tell the story real quick. So, basically, me and my dad went to an after-hours event one time, and he's right there. He's gonna get on to me for telling the story again. he's already looking at me. So, basically, he got a Mickey bar from one of the carts because they're free during the event.
Right.
He took one bite and it went dropped.
Were you streaming this or no? Or maybe
no, this was before I had the channel.
Maybe you just told this story so many times it seems like it was on a stream. Hello, Melanie. How are you? Welcome.
He's staring me down. So now every time I see a Mickey bar related item, I get it for him to kind of tease him about it.
They sell a doggy toy of that.
I don't think he needs a dog toy.
No, I don't know. That would be kind of weird. A little bit awkward.
It'll be hilarious. It would be.
Lexi's totally going to get it for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Although, like, my number one must do, like, hasn't even existed since, like, I think 2011, 2012, like, for a while.
Roxy's ass too? Don't you get her ass too?
You know I'm on a family-friendly live stream, right? Well, it's a good thing this is after 9.
This took
We're
a dark
approaching the
turn.
late night hours. It's like the parade, the electrical parade. Like
Yeah.
for me, Spectral Magic was probably the better of the two. I mean, Main Street Electrical Parade is like a classic. It started at Disneyland. They put a version at Disney World. There's that word again. But Spectral Magic
Again, you can beat him.
I will. Though I do gotta say, I've seen videos of Paint the Night, and I kind of want something like that coming over to Disney World.
Spectrum
Although they
Magic
couldn't-
2.0 with the Paint the Night technology.
Although the one thing that's preventing it is the truck from
Oh,
the car sequence, that giant truck.
yeah.
It won't be able to make some of the turns in Disney World. Specifically, I think the turn that they mentioned was from Liberty Square onto Main Street.
Yeah.
It's such a tight turn that they won't be able to. They wouldn't be able to do it, or at least have that section, the car section, in there. So I think that's one big reason. But I agree with you.
They are Imagineers. They could probably work it out to make it better.
Yeah.
They probably could make a different or replace cars with something else. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Cars
not.
isn't exactly the hottest property Disney has.
No, however,
Although I
That
do
ki-
enjoy cars.
I'm not really a big fan of cars. However, at California Adventure, so this is another one of my must-dos, is at California Adventure you have Cars Land and the Radiator Springs Racers. I mean, it hands down is probably the best ride in the park. It's kind of like Test Track, except you have like the cars themed. If you remember old Test Track with some of the early scenes with the offices, like they kind of recreated one of those scenes in there.
You're gonna talk to me about Test Track 1.0, the guy who wrote it the year it debuted.
Well, I'm just trying to compare. Like, there's like that office scene. Do you remember how they had the pencil in there, and like they had like the robotic arms? Or was it for like the cooling scene? Do you remember that, or was it the corrosive scene? I
That
don't
was a
think
corrosive scene, dude.
corrosive scene. Well, they kind of
Did you
replicated
remember
that
to
with
turn the
paint.
robots off?
Yeah, there you go. So those the corrosive robots are now painting robots, and give you new paint of fresh coat of paint on your car or cars, and you go through Radiator Springs. It's pretty fun. You actually do race, and there is a winner.
So
But,
for
like,
those of you that have never ridden Test Track 1.0, look it up. It's superior.
Yeah, no, I agree, because like this whole you get to build
Yeah.
your own car, like especially with the whole pandemic thing. So there's no building your own car. Like half of like the whole story is just gone.
What story? There is no story.
Yeah.
Test
Well,
Track
the
2.0
story is
doesn't have.
you're testing your own vehicle that you've
That's
made.
not a story. That's a gimmick.
They're just trying to sell Chevy. That's all.
hmm
There is no story in Test Track anymore. It was replaced by a gimmick, and the gimmick actually gets old after a while, especially for those of us that go frequently.
I mean, I've only done the gimmick really once, last year, and like after that, it's like, okay, I did it once. Why do I need to do this again? That's
Yeah.
it.
I
Why
still
do
ride
need
it
to-
because I still enjoy the high speed portion of the ride, but everything else is like, yeah.
Now with I just want to comment this Mouse Here's a Magic said that they could probably make the turn for Paint the Night. They've just got to find the right driver. I've made tighter turns in downtown Chicago, and both Roxy and I definitely been there. We could see that
Yeah.
those are pretty tight turns. So if I don't know if they can make a semi turn in downtown Chicago, they probably make a semi turn in Disney World as
Yeah.
well. So it's just, if there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah.
Your better half is here. Chase is here.
Yep. Oh, my better. Great. There's Casey, Florida. I'm going to give him a plug right now because he just did a stream, not a stream, like
Premiere.
a premiere himself, a premiere. It has the comments too, but it wasn't live. This is live. Obviously, you can tell it's live.
This
His
is
is
live
much more
because Aaron
pop.
keeps roasting Matt.
Exactly. With Chase's Epcot Park park hopping, quote unquote, from Magic Kingdom to Epcot. He did a premiere earlier tonight, so congratulations to Chase right over there. That's I think there's like what third or fourth video.
I don't know.
So either the third or fourth. He'll put something somewhere.
He'll answer the
Yeah.
question if you ask him nicely.
Definitely. I am asking him nicely.
No, you're not. You're demanding him.
I can kick him off, right? Yeah, I can kick him off. Anyway, so that's my must-do at our California adventure. Going back to that, or you know what, their version of Tower of Terror is now Mission Breakout with Guardians of the Galaxy, and like you get it. It's actually more of like a launch at the beginning rather than a drop. So I mean, I had fun on that as well. So it's very different. I think it suits the somewhat different ride system that California has there. So, and they customize it for Halloween. It has a Halloween version too. I didn't ride the Halloween version because we didn't get the opportunity to. But yeah, so those are my two must-dos there. So back on track here. Since we're talking about Epcot, I had a hard time coming up with a must-do at Epcot, and I was thinking it has to be the festival. One of the festivals, whether it's the arts, the Flower and Garden, or the food and wine. I think going to Epcot during the summer is much more boring than going to Epcot anywhere else. So I've only done food and wine. I've done the holiday festival before they actually officially called it a festival back in 2004. But like just seeing, for me, I guess I haven't done the arts, but I've done Flower and Garden. Flower and Garden would probably have to be my favorite because I like seeing all those topiaries and just going from country to country and taking a picture with each one of them. So that's my favorite festival. I haven't done all of them.
So Roxy might not know this, but Matt, you have been watching me long enough. You should know what my favorite festival is.
I think it's the Arts Festival.
And he is correct.
Well, Figment
he
is
does
also,
pay attention.
Yeah, no, I mean, plus, Figment's like the big face of the festival.
Yeah, so I will now go into why I like the Arts Festival. I like the Arts Festival because I like creativity. And the Arts Festival is all about creativity. And I like going around, I like looking at the art pieces, like, oh, I wish I had the money to get this one, this one, this one, this one. So.
Yep, and topiaries.
And of course, with my food allergies, that makes food harder to come by for me at the Flower and Garden and Food and Wine Festival. So that's why actually food and wine is actually at the bottom of my list.
I didn't
because it's just nothing there for me.
This is the one good thing about the pandemic. Sorry to cut you off. Is that with the food and wine, they started in the middle of July this year, so I got a little bit of the taste of it. So I did get to taste some of the things. I did the frothy ramen, which I have to say, like, my brother loved it. I'm like, I can't stand this.
Your brother does like weird things.
He does. Although, like, Japanese food is right up his alley. He loves anything and everything Japanese. That last year,
was it? I can't remember who it was when me, Mel, and Chase went. But one of them got frothy ramen that day. We were all three there together. I'm sure one of them can tell me, and they liked it. So.
Yeah, Mel is saying Flower and Garden is the best festival.
I think it's Chase that tried it that day.
Yeah, and then although I do agree, there's none of this meatless thing. Although they have, I should have tried the Impossible Burgers, Impossible, like those Impossible meatball stuff. I think it tastes good. I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. Coming someone who used to be a vegan, yeah, very good.
They are, like, it's not like I've had veggie burgers like years and years and years ago, and just nothing compare. Like, it doesn't compare to how they taste now. So
yeah, they're upping their game now. So
they are. Oh, they're impossible to digest. Oh, well, it's like they use beans and stuff. So I guess
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Chase like the noodles. Why am I not surprised? Although
are
Chase
you
also
are you
thinks that,
roasting Chase?
I guess I am. I guess I am.
Chase, what are you going to do about this? Because I'm sure
Although
Matt will be back down soon, and you
Although-
live here now, so.
I did have the smoky mango margarita from the Mexico booth.
That sounds good.
It was awesome. If I could have, like, I was trying to sample a lot of different things. If I had to repeat that one day at Epcot, I probably would have repeated that drink. Although we started our day with mimosas. I had I think it was a blood orange mimosa, or was it the tropical something? Forget which one. It was a mimosa. It tasted good. Nice way to start at 11 o'clock. First thing, bam. Where are the mimosas? Where are the drinks?
When in Rome.
When in Rome, exactly. So yeah, Roxy, your Epcot must do.
Okay. So I like spending a lot of time in the World Showcase just because there are a lot of things there that I haven't experienced yet. So, and I'm gonna confess something right now. I've not done any of the festivals at all.
What time?
Shortly.
Yeah, you will. You will shortly, because
I will soon in like 3-ish weeks, something like that.
Although, what's the one ride that you wanted to ride at Epcot that's not going to be there?
Frozen.
Why do you got to rub salt in the wound, Matt? How dare you?
I've been on it before, but they're refurbing it. Like, why?
Oh, so you okay? I've
been on it before, but they're refurbing it.
Although I've only been on it twice, and the second time I went on it, one of the scenes they actually in the Let It Go scene, one of the screens actually had like the sound menu or the screen resolution menu, like a computer menu, just on there, and it's just like it had like contrast or something. It said contrast. It was this big yellow bar covering Elsa's face. I'm like, really, really? Like, honestly, it wasn't like the whole.
This has ruined my vacation. I demand
exactly.
a refund.
I want a refund. It was like towards the end of the night. We're like some of the last people on it, so I think it was just like whatever. It wasn't like the Jose Mark falling flat on his face, just like having a seizure on the floor type deal.
Seizure on the floor.
It looked like a seizure on the floor. I think, wasn't it like Samantha Lowe's brother that caught it on video?
No, not brother, friend. But yes,
yeah. Nick, sorry.
Magical News Live.
Magical News Live. My bad. They're like brother and sister, though, sometimes. Just kind of the interaction I've noticed. Okay. Whatever.
Have you not been paying attention to my social chat lately?
I have. Honestly, they argue like never mind. I'm not even gonna moving on to the next park here. Hollywood Studios. All right.
Hey, wait, you skipped me just because I
thought you said okay, sorry, go on. Your festival.
I was not. I was talking about the festivals because you said it. That wasn't my choice. See, he skipped me.
All right, go on. Say your must do. I'm giving you the floor.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
I'm honestly gonna go with Spaceship Earth. Honestly.
Spaceship Earth, good choice.
Don't say what Living in Disc calls it, because it irritates Aaron.
I might have to go back and watch that stream.
Don't you dare!
Or you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me afterwards, because if we're not saying it right now.
Let me finish. Basically, I chose Spaceship Earth because it's the quintessential classic Epcot attraction. This is basically defines what Epcot is supposed to be.
I agree. Have you done it in Portuguese?
I have accidentally done it in Portuguese before because I got it. I sat in the vehicle. Portuguese was selected, and I was trying to switch it back to English, and it wasn't registering my finger press. And so I wrote the right in Portuguese. And it's like, oh, this is interesting. It's a good thing I've written this so many times that I know what the proper
exactly. I'm like, what? Same. You know what? I was trying to get into the vehicle, and my brother's taking his sweet ass time, like moving all the way back so that I can get in. and I get in, my elbow knocks the Portuguese selection. And then we're like, Portuguese, like we're trying to like, maybe we're trying to like press it at the end. It was like, oh, nope, you selected Portuguese. We're like, oh. We're like, okay, maybe it's just the touch screen and just like the whole, this part, maybe the narration will still be in English. Nope, it's some Portuguese, famous Portuguese actor.
All right, so
Brazilian actor.
I'm warning you now. We're actually one of the times we write it together. We're doing it in Portuguese just for the heck of it.
No, I haven't done that one yet.
It's been around for a while.
I know.
Like
I said
remember
one of the
learning to
times,
do
not right off the bat.
Yeah, no, like we almost went around again where we're just like we have other things to do at Epcot. So yeah.
Like we do it multiple times in one day. One of the times that day we'll do it.
Towards the end of the night, that's not even gonna have a line. So it's one of those things where Everett rides in the morning and then at the end of the day it's like, okay.
Walk on.
Walk on. Exactly. You can just hop on as many times as you want.
Get a loop, y'all.
Although like was it my first or second Magic Kingdom day where we did Space Mountain like 5 times in a row? It was just we got on, got off, got on, got off. We switched sides. Like, can we do this side? We haven't done this side yet.
You're slacking.
I'm slacking. Well,
yeah, you need to talk to Samantha Lowe about doing it many times
like
in a row.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
Although like we only could do it like 5 times because we got there, but they don't. They force you to walk all the way down and all the way back and all the way down and all the way back. Like mid-July, like with Pandora, like was a Flight of Passage. They had like at the exit, left is the gift shop, right you can right again, so you didn't have to go through the line.
I only took advantage of that one time.
I only did one time too. But then again,
other times just like, okay, I've done it. See you later.
Although, like, we should have done it more times because it rained just the whole entire day. Like we were at Animal Kingdom that day, which that's a bad part to be on a rainy day.
You were trying to take us to Hollywood Studios?
Hollywood Studios, yes. I got this as a birthday gift for my 30th birthday.
So you're sending me that tumbler, right?
No, it's mine. It is mine. Like, I am 2 months younger than this park right here.
I will steal it for you.
You will not steal it.
Thanks, Rox. We're conspiring against you now, man.
Oh, we've got our Stacy comment. I had a feeling this was coming. Chase, you win the Stacy comment award. You'll get something in the mail in, well, never. Anyway. I'm calling this must do, and I'm like, someone's gonna name drop Stacy at some point. And Chase was the first person to say that. So congratulations. Let's give him an applause, I guess. I don't know. Or I guess just me.
You're applauding alone on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I guess my must do at Hollywood Studios, it wouldn't be a surprise. But it has to be Rise of the Resistance, right? I mean, just like all that build up and the fact that like you've got so many different, I don't want to give it away because there's some people that haven't ridden yet in person.
I know that.
She literally just watched it yesterday.
Oh, for the first, I mean, my brother did, like, every time, like, I've seen so many times in live streams. So for me, I'm like, I want to know what like secret parts that I need to be paying attention, so I don't miss that part. Like all those little hidden details. Like I'm that type of person where I want to know where that person is, and if someone tells me, "Oh, did you see this?" I'm like, "What?" Like I don't want to be like, "I missed it." So I want to know going in. Okay, this happens, and this happens, and this happens. So it doesn't ruin. Honestly, it does not ruin the experience whatsoever. Being there in person is something totally different, and then you get to walk up and like.
So I have to ask then: have you seen the hidden Mickey on the leg of the AT-AT?
No, I have not.
Well, good, because it doesn't exist.
You know what? I forget what video I was watching, but there was something where they said there's supposed to be no outside world references in Batu. Like nothing from the outside worlds is supposed to be there. So like no hidden Mickeys, nothing referencing what used to be there, except I think one of the racers in one of the displays. Forget where it was. Like is it Docking Bay 7? Where you have like all the racers. I forget where.
I think so, and I know which video you're talking about.
Yeah, and they say like one of them
Wasn't that a TPM video?
I think it was a TPM video. Yes, and they said like there was like the Arabesh for Lights Motor Action stunt show, and it had like the little logo. One of the the symbols was the logo. Yeah, so they inserted because it used to be right where
they lied. Disney lied.
they did lie. So it wasn't exactly. Oh no, they lied. Yeah, they did lie about the no outside world references. Yeah.
But it is so obscure. If you're not really paying attention, you're not nerdy enough to know the Arabic language alphabet.
Right.
You won't catch that.
Honestly, I wouldn't have caught that at all. So, in fact, I only saw that after I was there. I'm like, oh, that would be cool just to take a picture of it.
So, honestly, I have to say this, and I mean this seriously. Shout out to people who do understand the Arabic language.
Yeah.
They're all the real Star Wars fans.
They definitely are. And sometimes I like on Tom's streams when he's doing like Star Wars Legos or something. I'm like, Star Wars is the one with Dr. or Spock, right? And then it sets off somebody every time. And Tom knows I'm joking. I know the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek.
I'm glad you're joking because I would so have to fly to Chicago just to slap you right now.
Oh, no. And just like Tom gets a laugh. I'm like, okay, that's my audience right there. Because I don't like, and the people that know Star Wars and know me, I like to joke around a little bit. So that's who I'm aiming for, not the person that actually kind of just who's watching it for maybe the first time who doesn't know some of my antics, I guess. But yeah, so I do know the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. So if you see me make that joke, it is on purpose. It's only supposed to be funny. Do not send hate mail to me whatsoever. All right.
You can send hate mail to 1234 Matt's a funny person drive.
I'll share his address in the comments below.
Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you. Live long and prosper. Yes, that is the Star Trek phrase there. No, it's Star Trek. It's Star Trek. I can't even joke anymore about that. So, Aaron, would that be your must-do at Hollywood Studios? Would it be Rise of the Resistance?
It is a must-do. It is not the must-do for me, though.
What is your must-do then?
I want to see if Roxy can guess it. See how well she knows me real quick. What am I going to say?
Mickey and Minnie.
Hey, she got it.
Although I have to say, Mickey and Minnie. Go on.
My explanation, real quick. It is their first e-ticket attraction based on Mickey and Minnie ever in the history of the parks. And it is such a nice family ride. It is so cool. I enjoy it every time I go on it. It leaves a big smile on my face every time. Although I do love Rise of the Resistance, though.
I do have to say, doing it with all like the safety protocols and social distancing where they don't run that pre-show, I think it loses
pre-show. It does lose a lot without that pre-show because that pre-show is amazing.
They set a lot of the scene, a lot of the story, and an announcement can't do it justice.
Oh yeah. So basically, when I think must do, I think what can I go to this park and I have to do it and feel like I had my day at this park complete. And Rise of the Resistance, yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoy it, and if you're going, I highly recommend you do it. But it is not the must-do at the park for me. My must-dos at that park are as follows: Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash, and Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. If I get those three in, I consider my day at Hollywood Studios complete.
3 good rides. Definitely 3 good rides. All right, I'm going to give Roxy a chance to answer that.
Okay, so a lot of my must-dos are gone.
Yeah, a lot has changed since the last time you were there. So
And everything's practically new. So for me, the only thing that's still there that hasn't left, is Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Toy Story Midway Mania. So
if going back to last time you were there, like,
mhm.
what were some of the ones that are no longer there you kind of wish were still there? Because I have a feeling like you want to say those, so I'm gonna let you say them.
Great movie ride.
That was like the first thing we always went on at Hollywood Studios, MGM Studios. Let's be honest, MGM Studios.
Yeah.
That was the first thing. It's right down Chinese theater. Like it had to be our first thing, no matter what. Like no matter, we want to do this one. Nope, we're going on a great movie ride first.
So Great Movie Ride and Streets of America and Lights Motor Action. So
I never saw the Stunt Show. I'm gonna be honest, I never saw it.
You have to look.
It wasn't my doing though. There's other people, and it's by voice vote, and just it didn't interest the other three people that traveled with me.
I'll say I got two things I want to say. First of all, no, I didn't get to do the stunt show either. That's only because my first visit to Hollywood Studios was not until 2018, and by that point, it was long gone.
Yeah.
But two, if I'm discounting rides, I do have one other must do. Fantasmic is an absolute must do.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with the park.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I know where he's going. Don't say it.
I know where Disneyland. Yeah, no,
Don't say it.
Disneyland. No, I'm saying it because it is updated. They updated the.
You cannot how many times do I have to say this? You cannot compare the two versions because Disneyland's version has regularly received upgrades and changes throughout its existence.
Exactly.
Disney World's is still basically running on the way it was day one.
True.
You cannot compare the two.
No, you're absolutely right. You cannot compare the two.
It is not fair to the Disney World version to compare the two.
I'll say, like, the Disneyland version did scare the bejesus out of me during the Captain Jack Sparrow sequence because they shoot off actual cannons, and it shakes pretty much all of Disneyland. Like, you can hear it, and every time, like, I jumped every time I heard the cannon because they show it twice. So, like, we saw the first one and then the second one, and like we were there for 2 days. Every time that cannon shot off, no matter where we were, I jumped out of my seat, and I knew what was going on. But I mean, it's cool to watch it in person, but like when you're kind of walking down Main Street and all of a sudden you hear boom, like what the?
So I'm going to add something else. Some imagination, huh? I had to.
All right. That leaves at the Magic Kingdom, or at the Magic Kingdom. Oh, it's late.
Wrong kingdom.
Wrong kingdom. Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. What would be your must-do at the Animal Kingdom?
Everest.
Everest? Why Everest?
Okay, a lot of people love, Flight of Passage, which I love Flight of Passage too. But, if I go to Animal Kingdom and not ride it, it's no big deal to me. Whereas if I go to Animal Kingdom and I don't get to ride Everest, I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah.
That ride is just one of the hands down funnest rides at Disney World as a whole. Between the backward section with the helix, the big drop, it's just, oh my gosh, it is so much fun.
Now, especially in this is actually kind of side note, going back to the whole booming thing at Fantasmic. Big booms are scary. I just remember like shortly after 9/11, I don't know, Roxy, you remember how like they had the fighter jets escort a plane and cause I was gonna say a seismic boom, a sonic boom over basically where we lived. And I just remember everybody on my street coming out on the street going like, what the heck was that? And it kind of reminded me of like the Fantasmic boom, like the booming cannon. So that's why I wanted to pull that up there.
And we Floridians remember the space shuttle coming in, so we remember sonic booms every 2 or 3 months.
It's pretty much like
Growing
normal
up.
down there. It's pretty much like normal with the space shuttle. Yeah. That's something that I kind of regret not seeing, not being down in Florida to see like either a shuttle take off or land.
That's how you knew someone was not from here. If they jumped out of their skin at the sound of the sonic boom, that sonic boom would happen. They jump out of their skin. It was like, huh, your first one, huh?
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. Or
New here?
It would just be like in California for like an earthquake. It'd be just like, what was that? Like, this is not normal. Where like all the Californians would be like, all right, come on.
They're like, oh, that was.
Let's get over with this.
Then they're like, oh, that was another earthquake. Okay.
Yep. All right. Oh well.
Yeah, Illinois doesn't. We have earthquakes, but nowhere near as many as California. We get once in like a blue moon. We'll experience.
And the Floridian asks, "What's an earthquake?"
Well, exactly. Or it's like
we're like 10 times more likely to get a tornado or a hurricane.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
They're like hurricanes, but not like hurricanes whatsoever.
See, the difference between an earthquake and a hurricane is with a hurricane, you get a bunch of warning. Earthquake is like, oh, hello.
All right, what's it? Oh, yep, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so, Roxy, what would be your must-do at Animal Kingdom?
Early morning safari.
Early morning safari?
Yeah.
Why specifically early morning?
Just because, I don't know. I just love watching the sunrise and seeing the animals being active.
That, you know what, that is true, because this last trip I didn't do an early morning safari, but I stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, the village, and waking up and kind of seeing like the animal, like them putting out the food for the animals, and the animals kind of grazing around. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would have to say my best experience on the safari has actually been at night. We were one of the last safaris to go through, and the lions knew we were one of the last safaris to go through. The lions they're active early morning, but they're active at night as well. And I got some pretty good footage of every single one of those lions on that rock roaring at us, telling us to kind of go away. This is our time now. The trucks are not supposed to be out at night. We got a taste of the lions roaring, and even like our driver
and that was the time that Matt almost became dinner.
Yes, that was. Thankfully, there's that that 20-foot, 30-foot gorge in between us and the lions that you can't see. It makes it a little bit more dangerous, but you feel okay. Like, okay, it's Disney. You don't hear about lion attacks at Disney, but you really never know. They're not going to jump over.
There's a first time for everything. There is a first time for everything, Matt.
And then after that, there's no more safari. No, the lions in the safari are gone. No more lions.
It's like it's like a few years ago with that alligator attack on Disney property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what did they do in response to that? They put up a rope barrier separating you from the water, and put up more rocks too.
Yep.
Yeah, I have I seen an alligator in person? Well, yeah, at the zoo. Although I was last time.
Here's the better question: have you seen a real one in the wild?
I don't know. Maybe.
I have.
Maybe. Well, I mean, when you live in Florida, you see them like they're squirrels or skunks, basically, probably, right? I'm assuming.
It's actually kind of rare to see them in the wild because they're usually in the lakes, submerged. If you actually catch one in the wild in a random lake, count yourself lucky. But at the same time, you treat every body of water in Florida like it has one, and you be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to become like Captain Hook. Yeah. And
you know how many times I've seen it pop up on the news where a poor person lost their pet to an alligator attack?
Oh, I'm sure it happens like weekly.
It's heartbreaking every time.
Oh, I can imagine. It's like around here in Coyotes.
Oh yeah.
There's tons of coyotes. I was going to say a word there, and a word that I probably shouldn't be using, but they're like,
What were you gonna say, Matt?
oh, you know the word, a blank ton of stuff there. Um, but like where I work, like
Yeah.
every year we see like at least 2 or 3 coyotes. There was actually this past week there was a coyote hiding underneath somebody's car, and they had to get animal control to shoo the coyote away so that the person wouldn't be attacked entering his or her car.
Yeah, there's a forest preserve not too far from where Matt works.
Yeah, I've seen deer like in my
Yeah.
backyard from that same
Would-
forest preserve, and they have to
would
cross a couple
you
busy roads.
would
Yeah.
you believe that I've seen deer on Disney property?
I believe it. I've seen deer in cemeteries.
So
I the community college that's in the town where Matt and I live, I've saw deer run right in front of my car.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, there's and then there's a forest preserve kind of like kitty corner there, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
So like, and looking was pretty much like going back on track here. It's kind of a tough thing to do because I think a lot of them must do's. I think it's more controversial. I think because I think everyone has their own must do. Like Flight of Passage, yeah, that's probably like one of the best rides on property. But I mean, would it be like if I didn't have a fast pass and the line was 3 hours long, would I wait in line for it? I wouldn't. So like I wouldn't like I had Flight of Passage on my list originally, but I'm like, if I'm not willing to wait 3 hours in line for it, why would I say that's a must do? Because I wouldn't do it
although
waiting for
to
3
be
hours.
I'll be honest, there's not really a ride I'm willing to wait more than 30, 45 minutes for, period. Even the ones that I consider must do's, if it's a long wait and I can't get a fast pass for it, I'm like, okay, I'll come back and do it later. But then again, that's the perk of being a local. I can say that and come back
Yeah.
a day or two later and try again.
Right. It's like there's with the Six Flags by us, same deal. Like if one of if like the most popular roller coaster has like 2 hour wait, I'm like, all right, we're coming back here next week and doing it when we know it's going to be a shorter week, or we pick a cooler day,
Yeah.
or if it's raining down here and it's sunny up there, you're going to have none of the Chicago people going there. You're going to have all the Milwaukee people,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be nearly as much, and the wait times are always going to be shorter.
I'm sorry, we don't talk about Wisconsin here.
Well, it is so close to Wisconsin, like
It literally is. It
yeah.
literally is. It's
anyway.
I have met one person from Wisconsin, and they shall remain nameless, and I don't like them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to even say anything.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna go to Disneyland for a second and kind of say my must do there. And
All right,
it might be a must.
me and Roxy will play rock paper scissors while you do that.
Okay, go ahead. And
because we're bored.
I'm gonna put up this comment because I've seen Disney for Perpetuity. They're off the railroad. My must do at Disneyland is actually the railroad. And as you know, Walt loved railroads.
Yeah.
And he actually brought in some of the dioramas from like the World's Fair, I believe. If memory serves me correct, you have the Primeval World diorama and the Grand Canyon diorama.
Primeval World. He went back to Animal Kingdom for a bit, y'all.
Yeah, Primeval World is Animal Kingdom. Primeval World is the dioramas that are in between. One of the dioramas that are between Main Street and Tomorrowland stations at Disneyland. Again, the unique thing about the Disneyland Railroad is there's one train where like they're pretty much like the Disney World where you're sitting face forward, you're going through it, but all the other train cars are your kind of like you're side facing. So you're facing in one direction towards the dioramas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I forget what they call like the actual style car, but I thought it was unique. But it makes it so you can see like the dioramas inside all the show scenes better. And plus, when you go to Disneyland during Christmas time, if you go through the railroad actually goes through the It's a Small World ride, like in between in through the facade. And they put the Christmas lights up there, but they even decorate the backside of the Christmas lights that can only be seen from the railroad. So
The
not a lot
backside of water?
it's like the backside of water. It is like the backside of water. It's one of those things like, do they decorate the other side? And yes, they do. I can tell you that for sure. And I know, I thought the railroad was one of the coolest things at Disneyland. I didn't get to do it the first time, but I got to do it the second time.
So I have to ask, you chose the railroad, but there's other exclusive things to
I'm
Disneyland.
thinking one. Like I could name
you could have
Disneyland
chose
Pirates,
their
Hidden Bayou, Matterhorn.
Yeah,
Honestly, you have to
that's
do
what I was about to say.
Matterhorn.
You could have chose their Pirates, which is clearly superior to ours. over at Disney
100%.
World. And you could have chose Astro Blasters. You could have chose the Matterhorn. Not that Matterhorn Matt. You could have chose Nemo. You could have chose their monorail.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like this Disneyland was the hardest one to pick. And honestly, my list had the monorail, it had Matterhorn, and it had the railroad. And it actually had beignets as well. Because yes, you can get beignets at Disney World, like the Mickey Mouse Mickey shaped beignets at Port Orleans, French Quarter, which is right now closed.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can get beignets at Disneyland Park because of New Orleans Square.
It's kind of tucked in the corner, but you can get inside it is the Magic Kingdom. There, it's the Magic Kingdom of Disneyland. It was only referred to just Disneyland since like the 90s.
So, and then you could have chose, their Fantastic, which you were just raving about earlier.
Oh yeah, like again, it's so hard to pick.
You could have chose their Main Street Cinema, which actually still shows cartoons instead of being an art shop.
Great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
World's Fair attraction right there. Their space.
Yeah, you can't really get beignets at any of the domestic parks right now, domestic resorts, because they're available at Disneyland Park, which Disneyland Park is closed, and they're available at Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah. I agree, Al. Anyway, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Though, like I could have picked half the attractions there. Like I would say Galaxy's Edge is probably not a must-do there because it's pretty much the same, although it does have an extra entrance. It doesn't serve the alcoholic beverages, except for at Oga's Cantina. But it's everywhere else. Like you can't get the alcoholic milks, or I believe like the beer is not available generally. So
this is why the Disney World version of Galaxy's Edge is better.
I do agree a little bit. Although I thought
a little bit, dude.
A little bit.
Well, other than the alcohol, they're identical. They are exact copies of each other outside the alcohol.
Well, no, outside the alcohol and the entrances, there is one less entrance. The layouts are not exactly the same. I can tell you that for sure. And the color scheme, the paint are different. It's very more.
Well, that's because the difference. That's the difference because that's because of the sun.
The sun. Well, exactly. But the layout, I think, the forest section is a little bit longer in California than the Florida part. Because I remember, oh, this is going to be easy. I know where everything is, and like your orientation's a little bit off. Like there was something a little bit off. Oh, it should be here. Oh, it's not here. So the placement, I think, is a little bit different, but not too much different. Like some parts are were like truncated a little bit, added a little bit there. It's not.
You know what I think? You know what I think it is, Roxy? I think it's in his head.
Yeah, his head is pretty big. Oh man!
Hey, don't hit women.
She's not a woman.
Oh. Oh. I am so glad you're the one that said that, not me.
Matt.
Uh-huh.
You're just gonna get slapped.
Wait, what was it on your stream that I did this?
Mm.
Snowballs.
Well,
Okay.
well, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to go there. Never mind. I'll tell you after the stream, babe.
Okay. Okay. That leaves the resorts and just beyond, which again, this could be a totally like we could spend another hour or two on this. But so we'll pick a couple things. If you're going to a Disney resort or you're doing resort hopping, like is there like a restaurant or an activity or something outside of the 4 main parks that you have to do?
Okay. Do you want a list or do you want one item?
You can throw out 2 or 3 because.
All right. Number 1, Gasparilla's late night chats with Tanya and them. I know it's a very specific thing to me, but it's very important to me.
No, I totally get that. It's honestly Saturday nights don't feel the same. We're
just waiting for the late nights to return.
Because everything gets a little bit more loopy, even if it's just from tiredness.
See, basically what we're waiting on park hopping to return, and we're waiting on the late hours to return at Magic Kingdom. Without those 2 things, and we need Gasparilla's to be open later, because right now it's closing at 10 p.m. rather than being 24 hours like it normally is. So we're missing those 3 things to be able to do late night chats.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like the first thing to fall will probably be Gasparilla's. That's just my opinion. Just because the resort's kind of opened first, and that's kind of where they test everything out. It seems like the resorts in Disney Springs, at least. My guess is that they're going to extend Gasparilla's first, and all those 24 hours and all those other options, food options, are going to be open a little bit later first. That's just my guess, though. Before they bring it to the parks.
The other thing that's a must do for me. Well, it's not really a must do. This is just something I discovered like not that long before close, and it just was so relaxing, and I can't wait to go back to doing it. You know, at the Poly they have the outdoor bar for Trader Sam's.
Yes.
And they have a non-alcoholic cocktail there. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Schweitzer Falls, and I loved getting that. Going onto the beach, sitting down and staring across Seven Seas Lagoon and just relaxing.
Okay, I've done Trader Sam's, but I've done the Trader Sam's that's at the Disneyland Hotel. Yes, I said it again, but it's like it has.
You're next to him.
No, I'm not going to be nice to you, Matt. What makes you think I'm going to be nice to you?
No, I'm bracing myself. I am bracing myself.
You're going to get so many punches.
Oh.
So let's see. He's not there anymore, but I'm fairly confident at some point once the financials of the company improves, Yeehaw Bob will be back. But Yeehaw Bob is always fun over there at Riverside.
Honestly, I saw that on Tanya's stream, and in March, we were staying up French Quarter. I'm like, we can take the boat up to Riverside or walk to Riverside and see a show if he's performing one of the nights that we were there. And I was so bummed that again everything just shut down, and we didn't get an opportunity to see him. Like I was actually looking.
Because one of my favorite memories of watching him was the night that I think it was me, Tanya, Robin, Tom, Andy, Jenna. We were all there for that Wednesday night stream. And, this is what I think of when I think of Yeehaw Bob. Just sitting there, enjoying drinks with them, enjoying food with them, and singing along to Piano Man. And
then he mixes like Disney tunes with like pop songs. So that's another thing. Like if you think it's all Disney, it's not. Like it's a good mix.
He even does Sweet Caroline at times too. And you pretty much get the entire bar joining in. It's a wonderful thing, and that's why he was probably, as much as I'm going to miss the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra, they're a great band. I enjoy going to the Grand Floridian and listening to them, but losing Yeehaw Bob hurt so much worse because he just has that fun interaction with the crowd, and that interactivity, that just that lighthearted atmosphere. It is such a wonderful atmosphere, and it's going to be sorely missed when Riverside reopens.
Right now, he was performing. He was performing at Riverside or on Disney property for like over 20 years. I forget how long.
I think it was like 23, 25 years.
20, somewhere around there. And I don't know how long he was at Riverside.
I don't know either. Because
but-
I just discovered him like early 2019.
Yeah, so like that Yeehaw Bob stream was like the first time I discovered him too. So the fact that I haven't heard of him and just like it's one of those things where it's like when you go to resorts, like, oh, this is there. I didn't know this was there. Like
Yeah.
Wilderness Lodge, it has an actual geyser there. Like most people
that
do
was
know
going to
that.
be my third thing, though. So the lobby for Wilderness Lodge is so massive. It is such a beautiful lobby, and just grab a seat in front of the fireplace, sit there, rock, listen to music, read a book, something. It's wonderful.
In terms of theming, like I've stayed at Wilderness Lodge last year. In terms of theming, in terms of like atmosphere and appearance, I think that's one of my favorite. It's number one on the list, tied with the Beach Club. Beach Club, that lobby is kind of like, let's be honest, it's a little bit if you compare it to Wilderness Lodge, right? You got the grand fireplace, you got the Hitty Mickey hunt, and like even the light fixtures have like details, and the whole stream, like the whole there's like the stream that starts in the lobby and then it kind of grows bigger and bigger, it turns into the pool, and it kind of narrows back into the geyser. That whole cohesiveness right there.
So
Hello,
basically,
Park World.
So basically, my list literally goes. You can go to the Grand Floridian for Gasparilla's, and actually Enchanted Rose is pretty nice too. The new bar up there in the lobby, that's pretty nice. I haven't been back there since reopening. You got the Poly with the beach and Trader Sam's. That's wonderful. Captain Cook's is actually one of my favorite quick services on property, by the way. You've got. I like the lounge inside the Boardwalk Resort. I forgot the name of it right now.
I think it's the Bellevue Lounge.
I think you're right. And that's a wonderful place to go and sit and talk to friends and just chill out. And of course, you get the Boardwalk itself right there with jelly rolls and flying fish and my personal favorite, Atlantic Dance Hall. And then you get Wilderness Lodge, that atmosphere out there. Those are my top picks for resorts right there. And of course, Riverside, even though Yeehaw Bob is gone, Riverside is one of my favorite resorts as well.
I think one of my favorite resorts, I like the French Quarter. Mainly because it's a moderate resort, but it's a compact moderate resort. Whereas you think of moderate, you think of these huge, sprawling, multiple bus stops. Like every other one, that's basically it. You have multiple bus stops. Big lagoons or like paths to walk around. Like it's huge.
Coronado is cool too, especially since they finished
Yeah.
redoing it with Grand Destino.
I think Grand Destino changes my opinion of Coronado Springs. I think it would probably be my least favorite moderate resort. But if you're staying at Grand Destino, you have all the food options right there. And they put that bridge in there with that restaurant.
And
in the middle
you
of
had
the
that
lagoon.
you had that restaurant in the middle now, and I had never been to Coronado since before Grand Destino opened. So I only know Coronado post Grand Destino opening, but it is such a beautiful resort, especially after it's redo, because I've seen pictures of the old resort beforehand, and it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And Al saying that, or again, Park World loves it. Al loves it. And yeah, so
That's the thing. There's so many good resorts that are still closed right now.
oh, totally. I agree.
And the playoffs the NBA playoffs are still happening, so we don't have Coronado right now. That is the last remnant of the NBA bubble right now.
Should be ending soon. Like I think they're on game 5 or game 6. So
They could have ended last night, but then the Heat decided they wanted to win.
I'm assuming you're a Magic fan.
I am. Not that I watch baseball or basketball all that much, but clearly I watch baseball. I got the game on behind the
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, yeah. It's
Which,
taking
by the
Aaron-
way, the Rays are winning. By the way, in the 8th inning.
that is awesome. Like I would say, my American League team, if I had to root for one team, it would be the Tampa Bay Rays.
I'm getting out of frame. Okay.
No, and I'm like, it's probably taking Aaron a lot that he's not watching the Rays right now. So I thank him for coming on. I really do appreciate
This
it.
is why I have it on behind the screen, behind the camera, so I can literally keep an eye on the game. And just so y'all don't think I'm kidding.
There we go. It's on there. Yep. So like, I would have to agree with Wilderness Lodge for one of my must-dos. Like Geyser Point, sitting on the lagoon on
Oh
Bay
my gosh,
Lake.
they have a good sandwich at Geyser.
They have good food, although they have good drinks. We at the end of every night when the parks were all closed, we're like, okay, we still want to kind of relax and wine. We're not ready to quite go back to our room yet. We got a drink from Geyser Point. Would sit in one of their little couch areas facing Bay Lake, and we would just watch the boats from the Magic Kingdom go by. It was just so calming, so relaxing. Like it got to night 3 or 4 of our 6 night or 5 night. Was it 5 or 6 nights? I think it was it 5? I think it was 5.
I can add one more thing. Watching the fireworks from the top of the Contemporary.
That was cool, and I got a reservation for California Grill for the first day we were supposed to be there back in March. Specifically, it was like during the day, like at 5 o'clock. It wasn't like our flight was getting a little bit late, so we weren't like, we don't want to waste a park day on such a short amount of time. So we got a reservation California Grill, and we were going to do some resort hopping around, like going to Grand Floridian, going to Polynesian, just kind of sampling some of the atmosphere and some of the food, and going to, I think, wasn't Enchanted Rose open in March? Maybe.
Enchanted Rose opened last fall.
Yeah, last fall. So it would have been open. Yeah, it would have been open. I think Enchanted Rose kind of stopping there. But again, and with the as long as you eat at the California Grill, you can go back later with your receipt and watch the fireworks no matter what. Like,
here's a quick fact for y'all. If y'all go there, if you on the concourse level where you see the monorail, if you go out the door to that balcony, to your right are some staircases. You take that to the 15th floor, you can watch the fireworks from the top of the Contemporary for free.
true. But then again, you also miss out on a good California Grill dinner. So
Unless you're broke, like me.
that is true. That is true. And so like as soon as that happened, it's like, again, everything got canceled. Talking to my brother who was going with me on this trip too, it's like, do you want to reschedule? I'm like, well, that was kind of the reason why I wanted to do it. There's no more dining plans. So let's think of something else. We did the Trattoria Al Forno on the boardwalk, which that was pretty good Italian food. Like I've seen videos that are talking about where to go for Italian food. None of them list it, but I loved it. So
For the record, you're being so rude to one of your guests right now. You have to ask her must-dos at the resorts.
I was getting to it. All right, Roxy, what are your must-dos at the resorts?
Okay, so at the resorts, it would be, and for this one, you would need yourself plus like 5 other people, the kitchen sink over at Beaches and Cream.
I agree. We did the mini sink. At the
Oh, that's a cop out.
we only had 2 people. I am not eating ice cream for 6. Like I am
Cop
scared.
out.
I am scared. Like, and plus, hold on 1 second. Roxy, keep talking about your must-dos. I'll be right back.
I think I offended him.
We can now talk about him behind his back. Oh my!
Did you see that buzz cut he has? The nerve. Okay.
We got to be quiet now.
No, I'm glad you brought up the mini sink because you actually get the Mickey Mouse little sink if you get the mini sink.
That is kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
You got your choice of Mickey, or you can do. There's a mini version of this in case you don't want the Mickey Mouse sink. But I don't know. I actually, this one's 3 scoops of ice cream. It's definitely for 2 people, even though it looks like you're ordering for it. No, 2 people. And then again, they filled up with ice cream, and I don't know. I meant to bring this on. I'm like, I'm forgetting to bring something, and it was the mini sink. And I wanted to show this last week, and I forgot to. Like, I didn't want to get up like so many times to grab it. So,
Come on, Matt. You gotta have a better memory than me.
Yeah, I don't really have a good memory.
See, that's disturbing because, unlike me, you're the teacher here. So.
Anyway, Roxy, more of your must-dos. Go ahead.
All right, so that's at the resorts. I haven't really done much at the resorts, which I know kind of sounds crazy, but outside of the resorts, I gotta say, when they bring this back, Cirque du Soleil over at Disney Springs.
I've never seen it, so describe.
Oh my god! So these performers like are ridiculously bendy.
Is that a bad thing?
Like, I'm kind of jealous of how flexible these people are.
I'm just going to pull this comment up because yeah. I don't know. The new show actually looks a little bit more interesting. Like Cirque du Soleil does not appeal to me whatsoever. My grandparents used to live in Las Vegas, and so Las Vegas, they have like 15 million Cirque du Soleil shows, some more appropriate for kids than others. But like,
well, it is almost 11 o'clock Eastern, so I think we can start the after dark portion of the stream pretty soon here.
Well, that is true. That is true. That is true. Well, no, they had like one that was the performers in Vegas. The performers were naked, like literally they were naked, and it's like parents were like, "Oh, we're not doing that show." We ended up just walking around and watching the fountains of Bellagio a couple times, and they keep saying, "Oh, there's a lot of stuff for kids to do in Las Vegas." There isn't. There you got the Hoover Dam. Taking the dam tour. You can take all the dam pictures you want. D-A-M, like dam. Yeah, it's the Hoover Dam. It's a fully functioning power plant. You get your dam tour guide and it shows you through all the damn places.
And I went to school with this. I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
That's actually a joke from another movie, by the way. Hopefully some of you guys got that. It's one of my favorite movies. Vegas Vacation. But yeah. So Cirque du Soleil, like drawn, like I feel bad for those drawn to life performers though, because they keep like they only did previews there, correct? They were about to do previews.
Yeah.
Okay, so the show was originally supposed to debut in April 2020.
Right.
Got pushed back to November, and now it's pushed back to February 2021. So it's almost delayed a full year at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good grief, Jonathan.
I almost said that. Like, where can you get some damn bait? This way, please. This is my favorite scene in the movie.
I got to see the original show there at Disney Springs, La Nubia, and I loved it. Although that's not the only show that I've seen. I've seen a few that have come to Chicago before. So
Although I haven't really seen any Broadway shows either. Like I've only seen one Broadway show, and that was Wicked.
I love that one.
It was a good one. And my parents, like, I'm not the Broadway person in this house. I can tell you that for sure. And so,
yeah,
like, my
yeah,
parents,
that's more Tony.
that is. Yeah, Aaron's just like, okay, whatever, Broadway.
No. I'm looking. Wicked is supposed to be coming back to Orlando next year, and I'm trying to figure out exactly when that is.
Get the tickets. I can tell you that for sure.
Because I've been wanting to see the show for years upon years upon years, and I just haven't been able to successfully get a ticket and go see it yet.
It's an awesome show. Like, I saw it,
and now I don't even know if it's going to happen anymore because obviously the pandemic is a thing.
I mean, that's a very popular show. I wouldn't be surprised if it.
See, they removed the dates on the website.
I wouldn't be surprised though if they relaunch that show though. It's such a popular show.
It is.
The Tampa show is still listed though. Not the Orlando show lost its dates, but the Tampa show still has its dates at the end of January.
That's a popular show. Newsies. I saw Newsies twice.
I've seen it once, but it was a recording.
I haven't seen Newsies, although sometimes some of those things, it's a stretch with like dancing newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole thing where like these are clearly 20 and 30-year-olds trying to be like teenagers. I'm supposed to suspend my disbelief, but I can't.
It's Broadway. You're supposed to suspend disbelief and just put yourself in the story.
That is true, but I don't know.
It's the same thing when you go in and meet a character at Disney. Like we all know we're not actually meeting Mickey, but the fun is pretending you are. Yeah. So you have that fun interaction.
Wait, what? You mean when I saw Mickey and Minnie at the Town Square Theater in their celebration year, that wasn't them? That wasn't actually them?
I hate
through the magic of Disney it was.
Yeah. See that at least the cast for Newsies, they look young enough playing the roles. The cast for the Frozen musical, you can tell they're middle-aged women.
Yes. See, we don't want to spoil this. They're really Mickey and Minnie. No matter how many suspiciously
at Roxy's behest, I have started using the Mickey voice when seeing Mickey in cavalcades. He has yet to react to it yet, so I'm waiting for a meet and greet so I can have that one-on-one with him and do it.
Yeah.
See, that has to be like a video for your channel right there. You've got all those.
But I have gotten reactions out of cast members before. Regular,
all good reactions.
Regular character attendant cast members.
If I try to, I can't do impersonations. You don't want me You don't want me to do impersonations whatsoever.
Oh, come on, pal. Give it a shot.
No, it's going to sound like Mickey's on drugs or drunk or something. We don't want that happening. We do not want that happening whatsoever.
Mickey Mouse After Dark, presented by Matt.
Where are you going with this?
Tanya would be so disappointed in you.
Probably, yeah.
I say you do it.
No, I will not. I will not.
I dare you.
Mm-mm. So, yeah, I've been waiting for like all these main attraction stuff to arrive, and I finally got notifications that they're on their way. So, hopefully soon, I get the main attraction, the Big Thunder. I was like, I got like the whatchamacallit, Peter Pan stuff.
When did we switch to merch?
I don't know, because I was holding the mask.
It's
called like it's called Off the Monorail. So how are you like not shocked?
No, we're sitting here. We're talking about Lanubia or whatever, Cirque du Soleil.
Again,
talking about Broadway, here. And then all of a sudden through the snap of a finger, we're talking about. Of course, I'm wearing merch. I'm always wearing merch.
Merchandise.
Oh wait, here, 1 second.
Now he left.
Yeah, but I'm not the host. All right, how's that?
No. What I think you need to grab something else. Where's your 1920 Chicago Mickey?
Oh. Wait,
Oh,
you
the
mean-
plushie. Now, I'm just wondering where you got that. That's actually on Shop Disney, isn't it?
I didn't get it on Shop Disney though.
I know you didn't get a on Shop Disney, but I'm not mentioning where you got it from.
You can get it at the Michigan Avenue Disney store.
Yeah, I although I've gotten a T-shirt from there as well. It's Chicago Mickey, and the O is Mickey Mouse ears.
But honestly, this is my favorite of the Minnie Mouse Main Attraction ones so far.
That's actually a very good band.
And it's my favorite because of the little decorative flourishes up here. Let me flip that one around because it's right here.
How do you feel about the plush? I don't know. I didn't like the plush for this one.
Really? Are you gonna ask him that?
I know he has the plush, so I wanted to bring him on the plush on.
Like, come on. You didn't really think I was not going to have this, did you?
I think you're going for every single one of the 12 plushes that are going to be out there.
Actually, I'm not going for the plushes. I'm going for the magic bands. And I'm missing 3 right now.
Which ones are you missing?
I am missing Peter Pan, Dumbo, and King Arthur's Carousel.
The carousel pins actually were on Shop Disney for like this week for like a few seconds. And I thought, shouldn't I? You know what? I want to go for Haunted Mansion. I'm saving my money up for the Haunted Mansion ones that are, what is it, this month? Is Haunted Mansion this month?
Yeah, Haunted Mansion is October, of course it is, because it's Halloween.
Yeah, or Halloween. So that merch pass should be coming up soon. And I'm going for those pins. Something Haunted Mansion.
We haven't even seen a preview of the Haunted Mansion stuff, have we?
I've seen
We have.
something online. If you Google,
have.
yeah, I have. Those look pretty cool because it's the California version of the Haunted Mansion.
A certain Canadian just popped in the chat.
A certain Canadian just popped in the chat. How am I not seeing it?
Her name is Cargo.
Cargo. Hi, Cargo.
Hey, Cargo.
There. Okay, there it is. Hello, lovelies. Hello, Cargo. Welcome.
Hey, Cargo.
Care Bear, I was talking about you earlier and how awesome you are.
Yeah, well, she is. She works day in day out making those ears and masks. And I got a couple of those masks. Although, Roxy, you have some of her ears, correct?
I have her ears, and she just sent me a mask. So
She just sent you preparing for your trip on. See, I have that mask too. That's a good one. The Lilo and Stitch. Well, you got the other side too. The other side looks a little different.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about her masks. Like they're double-sided. I've got the Epcot one's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite.
It's probably the one that
Yeah.
I've worn the most.
Well, Epcot's your favorite park, so I would have.
Well, this is not my favorite park.
Well, you have the most memories from there, I think. Like
I have the most
got the
sentimental
most-
memories.
Yes.
yes, he's got,
Yes.
but it's not his favorite park.
Right. Well, Magic Kingdom's your favorite park, but I'm going back to your birthday.
Oh, hey, that looks familiar. I think I have ears in that fabric. I may also have a mask in that fabric.
You want to just match right now? Or is it not in the same? Roxy, you're up. You got to match. You got to match now.
Hold on a second.
I'm forcing them to match right now. We're getting Cargo. Take a screenshot of them. Actually, I'm gonna do this. take a screenshot. Someone take a screenshot when she comes back on.
Where's the Snope? There should be Snope while I'm wearing this.
Nope. I don't. Where's Lena? She can be throwing snowballs right now. The actual snowballs. I don't know. When did the Adventureland Magic Band come out?
Okay.
There we go. Oh, she got it, and then she has the pretty bow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take that screenshot. Print that screen.
Lena is absolutely asleep. This is 11
no,
o'clock
this
at
is
night
way-
on a school night.
She's not she's not watching because, well, she's. Can I say it here? Can I use the O word?
Yes.
Old.
Yes.
She is 93.
She is
Yeah.
93. Yes. She's all right.
I'll go back and get a screenshot for you,
Definitely.
Cargo.
Yes. All right. Do you have a favorite pair? Now, since we're talking about ears and masks and all that stuff, do you have a favorite pair of ears?
Let's see. I have two that I love,
You have
and they're
two?
both they're both from Cargo.
They're both from Cargo. Roxy, you think of your favorite pair. If you have it near you, you can get it if you want.
Okay, hold on a second.
And the other one is actually Figment.
I like the Figment one. Like, see, I don't like his attraction, his current attraction. I think it's a very, it doesn't do
Hater.
it justice.
Hater.
It's not a good, I would say right now, it's not a good attraction. I never saw the Figment and Dreamfinder, so I don't really have that much of a emotional connection with Figment as other people do. I think he's a cute character. The song is catchy, but I just think Eric Idle should not be in that ride whatsoever. I think the whole thing, like, it's not a good ride. It is not.
Cargo
a good
says
ride.
you need ears too.
I need ears too. Like, it'll pop up in a couple seconds. I know it's lagging on my end for some reason. But okay, Roxy,
What?
do you have a
Do I have a favorite pair of
do you have a
ears?
favorite pair of ears?
That's like asking me if I have a favorite if I have a favorite dog, which are my children right now. But I guess I have a few and I'll pull them up. The rest of them are in my bin and I'm too lazy to get them out. So
Now, see, I agree with Jonathan here because you can love the character, but not like the ride. Totally can be the case. I would have loved to seen the original incarnation with Dreamfinder because there are so many people that
Of information. Hey, you got me singing.
I got you singing. There are so many people. See, there are so many people that have that connection, and I just remember going on. I'm like, we did this, really? It just didn't wow me. Like it.
okay. So
Like, it just didn't. I liked the Honey I Shrunk the Kids thing, the Honey I Shrunk the Audience show better.
I miss it.
I missed it too. Then they put Captain EO. I saw Captain EO, and that was weird. I literally thought
You're weird.
What? It was, but it was weird. Felt like this is the '80s. Where like, who wrote this? Like, were they? Well, never mind. All right. So go ahead.
Okay, this is another cargo ear that I have. They're coming with me.
So speaking of ear, the hat, the sorcerer hat,
Yeah.
up to the left. How did you feel about it?
I miss it.
You miss it, Aaron.
I never got to see it,
You never got to see it.
but I wish I was still there.
I hate I was there pre-hat, during hat, and after hat. I don't like the hat. I did not
Hater.
like the hat. Well, I like the Chinese
Well,
theater.
clearly I'm gonna like it.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I am a. I mean,
Jonathan
like
likes
I
the hat,
I
though.
really need to say it.
honestly, what they were going to do with the hat and put it in front, where kind of like the water, or like where Phantasmic is in the water, the boat launch area, that's where the
Yeah.
hat was going to be. And then they moved it inside the park, blocking the theater. I like the Chinese theater. I like that how you walk down Hollywood Boulevard leading to the theater, leading to the Great Movie Ride. I just thought the hat looked out of place.
Well, here's the thing. Hollywood Studios lacks a proper icon.
It does.
It does.
And the hat was that icon. And when you, with every park, Disney park you walk into, the icon is front and center when you walk in. Spaceship Earth, Cinderella Castle, the Tree of Life. Why shouldn't Hollywood Studios icon be front and center when it walks in? When you walk in.
It actually used to be the Earful Tower, and then they got rid of that, and then the hat quickly replaced it, and then they got rid of that.
The hat.
Well, the
was front
hat
and
and the
center.
tower coexisted at the same time, but the hat just replaced as the icon, and then went back to the Earful Tower, and then they tore the Earful Tower down. And now it's the Tower of Terror, which is the tallest thing. Which, kind of like when you're looking for Hollywood Studios, you see the Tower of Terror from anywhere imaginable. So, like in that sense, that being the icon, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they went with that for the current icon, but at the same time, Hollywood Studios needs a proper icon.
It does.
But I doubt they'll ever put it back because now they do the projection shows on the Chinese theater, and the hat would block it.
Yeah, Tower of Terror is going to be the icon until they build something there that's going to be just as tall. I think they're going for height with that one.
Yeah. So, okay, I've got 2 more ears.
Okay, go ahead.
I made these myself.
Oh, cool. And that makes sense with like the whole beaches. That's a beaches and cream theme right there. It's 50s. And like the Beaches and Cream restaurant's a 50s style restaurant, I believe, correct?
Yeah. And then I plan on wearing these for 50s prime time, so.
Oh, well, there you go too. That could all definitely fit that theme as well.
And then these, they're the Concha ears from Rapids, Mexico. What? He just found what?
What?
You'll have to look at the social chat in a minute and found the fabric that Cargo found.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Okay, well.
All right. So those, I've had those, like, they actually look like the actual pastry, the ears. They're like, because they're shaped round, right?
Yeah.
They're sweet, if I remember correct.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we had them.
Yeah.
Like when are they like what holiday are they for? It's for a holiday, correct? Or is it just in general?
In general. You can have these any time of the year. I grew up eating these.
Because they're like a Mexican pastry, correct?
Yes, they are. It's a sweet bread. So the thing that you're thinking of that's more holiday-ish is I don't know, what is it? Tamales.
Tamales?
Yes.
That's
more Christmas. That's more the reason why tamales are more Christmas is because they take forever to make. They're very time consuming, and it's something that every Mexican household typically has. So.
I never knew that. I just thought that was just like a generic, learn something new. Although I did have tamales that
you uncultured swine. What?
Yeah, it was like this turkey and stuffing tamale. It was like a Thanksgiving tamale.
Okay.
It was like a hybrid thing. I talked about it last week. It wasn't that good. They had pork tamales, which was the ones that people were trying to get me to eat, and it was at a different booth.
So Matt, I'm just gonna say this real quick. You uncultured swine.
I've been called uncultured before. All right.
Matt,
anyway.
you the place where you work at has a whole lot of Hispanics. What the heck?
Okay, there's a lot for me to learn still. I hear a lot of stuff. I hear a lot of stuff. But it doesn't like you don't pick on up everything really quickly. Like there's more than just that culture there. I can tell
Yeah.
you that. So like you're trying to learn everything that's not based in your background, and it's a lot. Anyway, we've been talking for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yes.
I wanted this. That's 45 minutes longer than I had anticipated. So, but honestly, there's so much to do at the Disney parks, right?
Mhm.
That we probably could have gone for another 3 or 4 hours easily. Easily.
Let's not say we did though.
Oh,
Exactly.
Like,
So-
like for example, let's not let him show off anymore about Disneyland. That'd be nice.
It's my show. If I'm on your show, you can cut me off whenever you want, but it's my show. I can talk about Disneyland if I want to. In fact, oh no, this is the Disney World People Mover. Earlier today, I was wearing a
Ha!
People Mover shirt. No, earlier today, I was wearing a People Mover shirt. It was like, have my people call your people. I think you've seen this in the parks before, but it has the Disneyland old style People Mover stuff, but it's in the wash right now. All right. So, ladies first, Roxy, what's coming up on your channel?
I'm going to be working on an ear DIY. I've got an ear swap coming up later on in a month. I'm going to be doing a few traveling videos, like a pack with me type of video. And yeah. And then I do live stream Saturday nights.
Saturday Night and they are a blast. That's where I kind of picked
Yeah.
up the whole throwing the
The
mask
lesson
back
we
on.
learned not last night but the week before is don't get Matt and Cynthia together.
That is true. Although I think this is a little bit late for Cynthia as well. I think she goes to bed early, from what I understand. All right. So, Aaron, what's next up for you?
Of course, live streams, but as for officially scheduled at this point, nothing.
Nothing's officially scheduled, so like
So just stay tuned to the social media.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
Again, make sure go to his channel, subscribe, hit the bell. You'll get those notifications when he goes live. And I'm basically just going to keep doing my once a week Sunday night streams for now until I can think of. Again, I'm not in Florida, so I can't go to Disney World regularly, unfortunately.
So maybe I should go to Disney Springs on Tuesday night and tease Matt with some Disney magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure you will. You tease me every night with Disney magic, let's be honest. Like, I'd rather want to be there than
They're even more fun when you go from the parks to Disney Springs because the car ride, Matt's always blaming someone.
Oh, I think last time
yes.
last
The
time I
time that
threw up in the
cargo,
car.
the time that cargo punched Matt and the phone actually fell out of the phone clip.
I've been timed out during the car rides. Let's just be honest. And I'm a mod for him.
Yeah, that's the thing that most people don't know is that mods can actually still be timed out by the host.
Yep. Well, let's see. I mod for both of you guys,
Yeah.
and I need to make both of you guys mods here. Let's be honest. Like, I'm gonna return the favor. Just so type in something. I'm gonna go on here. Great. I should have said something specific because now I'm just gonna wait to see what's going on here. Great. I probably should put that on mute though.
Yeah,
Matt is crazy. All right. There we go.
Okay, now I gotta test it out.
Yep. Test it out.
Oops. Wait, that was wrong. Sorry, ignore me.
Uh-huh.
Shut up, Matt.
Private.
Shut up, Matt. Hold on, let me get my iPad. That would help me.
All the things I could say right now, but I'm holding back.
You can shut up, Matt. Matt, I swear You
Do I
can
get to
share.
find the? Do I get to find this out after the stream?
Oh yeah. Well, no? Because it's not as bad as you're probably thinking.
That was see, Matt. I swear.
I can time him out. That is true. I could always time him out, but now I'm the only person that can time him out. I've got. Because let's be honest, L's not going to time him out. L's the only other moderator right now. Besides, yeah. So I'm thinking about. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Like, what can I stream or video around here? That's my thing. There's not a lot of exciting.
You can
things
go
do.
to Chicago and live stream the Bean.
Yes.
That is true.
Um.
That'll be a whole 2-minute stream right there. Although, like last Christmas, it was like 67 degrees outside or whatever, like mid to upper 60s. I went to the lake wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I don't see a blue wrench. You must really hate me.
Oh.
Because I'm talking. I can't. I'm talking.
Multitask.
Try again.
Multitask.
And then hold on 1 second.
Mm.
Cargo talk. Say something. What do I win for the longest comment on screen? Oh.
Yeah, you should probably put my last comment on the screen.
Your last comment on the screen? Oh, I'm a show off. Yes, I am. Cargo said something. Yay, thank you. All right. So I've got that taken care of. Now, again, I'm still trying to think of a sign off. And I don't know. Like, I'm not going to steal anybody else's sign off, but I feel like me going bye everybody it doesn't feel special.
Well, let's see. Your title of your live stream is Off the Monorail.
Right.
So do a play on the Spanish "stand clear of the door" spiel and just say "stand clear of the mat."
Please stand clear of the stream. No. Keep watching. I don't know.
Stand clear of the mat, and whatever that is in Spanish. I'm not even going to attempt that because I don't speak Spanish.
Someone does in this stream here, I think. No, maybe. I don't know. Or is Roxy, are you typing something or?
No, I'm not.
No, you're just tired. I don't know. I was thinking of more. I was going to say something like "to infinity and beyond" or "see you next time" like that. I don't know.
See you listen, pal.
Don't lose your door. I don't know. I've been trying to think. This is something where it's just, again, I think I'm just
okay. I got it.
You got it. You got it.
What you say? Okay. Just say, and just remember, if you're standing while we're moving, keep hold of the silver handrails and have a great night.
Welcome home. No. We'll be home soon. No, that's not. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's got to be something that I like, and that I think pops.
I've already given him 2 great options, and he's turned down both.
I don't like them. I don't like them. They don't
like you.
Cargo said I'm not going to comment on that. We're still working on this, and this is number 7. We're still working on this. I think this is going to be like how Jimmy Kimmel says, all right, my apologies to Matt Damon. We're just going to try to come up with something new each and every live. I think that's going to be my thing here. And it's going to be over a year. It's just like, I still can't think of one. We're just going to push it off to the next one. So on that note, bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. And thank you for watching. I could steal Tanya's then if you want me to. Always do what makes you happy, dream big. How about that? Is that better?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, always do what makes you. I messed it up.
Always do it that makes you happy and dream big.
Hi, everybody.